Good evening, guys. I've got here a few slideshows and show you the last work I did was painting the mouth inside. So let's go to the next picture. There I painted the mouth inside. I don't know if I showed you this. Looks like it's a little bit out of, I haven't got the middle, the proper middle, but that doesn't matter. So there I painted it. You see I made it lovely, and I told you guys what to use to keep the mouth open if you got not that special tool. So I did it with a plastic bottle, not the big one, but the smaller one. And you can see that in my previous videos. So you can see it's all nice painted. And then I did it with a brush, but next time I must take a smoother brush. My brush was a little bit too hard, but I managed to move the paint around. And then also don't cut the tube before you've painted it, because otherwise if you leave the tube too short, you might paint over the tube. So and then it's like closed up again with silicone. So don't cut the tube before you've painted it. And also I wanted to take a few pictures to remind you what color he was when I bought the doll. So it was unpainted, and it was a lovely little like skin color. So you can see the color I used. I used a little bit too much. I think it was a little bit too pinkish. It should have been a warm blood red. But yeah, that's okay. That's for in the mouth. I know that for next time you learn. Every step you do, you learn. And I've got a little. My son said, why didn't you use this here little face that he bought special for me to practice on? And I was too excited to start painting. Okay, then we go to the next video. Here the mat, you can see the mat is not cut. The edges are not cut properly. And then in my last video, I cleaned out all these areas of the mouth. And I made it nice and smooth. And I still have to do the nose, clean out the nose, because I drilled the nose and the ears. So now this is a video to show you that his dummy, his pacifier, fit properly. You can see how nice he fits here on the mouth. And then the next video, I think, is a few pictures I took from all different dolls in action. I liked it so much that enjoyed myself watching them coming alive. I'll show you just now in the slideshow. I think this is the last pictures of my video, and on the end of the video you're gonna also see that I took a few photos to show you before and after my full painting. So I also must tell you that I found out why my silicone was curing too quickly. I did use too much pigment, which is I used too much of the color in the amount of the A and B. So it doesn't take much color, like a tip of the little wooden stick, to make the color coming. And you can notice in the little pot I showed you when it was still able to work with, but because of it was so dark outside and I couldn't see properly. They told me I must have good light if I paint. So the reason why my paint was too thick is because I put too much pigment. First, that's A, and B is I must put more of the Novox in it. Didn't put enough Novox, and I think I started to realize that it needed a little bit more Novox, 50-50. In some cases you need just like a half of it. So remember that, guys, not to put too much pigment, because that makes the liquid to paint not right, makes it too thick. Okay, enjoy the rest of the video, and I hope yeah, it's helping a little to other girls that wants to start painting. But I'm still asking advice a lot of other girls, especially I think it's Sharon or Caroline, can't remember her name. But do you guys, those girls that paint silicones, do they put special masks to put on for their lungs, to protect their lungs? I've asked a few questions, and I don't think I have a reply yet for that. And what kind of mask must I buy to just paint silicone? So I don't know if it's useful to just buy that mask for, I'm just having 2 dolls to paint. I don't know in the future if I'm gonna still paint. But on the other hand, you can also use that mask when you paint vinyl, because the fumes of the odorlistine and everything, they say it's bad for the lungs, and especially because I'm already old, and it's safer to put a mask on. So my son is gonna buy a new mask. Okay, guys, I hope this is a little bit advice. I hope this is advice that I can ask. And what would you do in my place? Would you buy the mask, or would you just put like something over your mouth and your nose to protect it? Okay, and then enjoy the rest of the video. I'm going to put it on slideshow. Oh yeah, 1 or 2 pictures more there. I think we must go to the next one. Yeah, I must put the sound on too. It's so beautiful. So sweet.
I love you, Mommy. Nice of you, Mommy. Nice.
You're happy today. Happy birthday, Ethan. The same swing that I made. So sweet. I wish I had a little Chinese girl. Oh, Sam, are you crying? These are the pictures I took to see the difference for before and after.